All right. So today we're diving into something pretty wild.
Yeah.
What is the highest price Bitcoin could possibly reach?
Yeah. Is there even like a limit? Like, is there a ceiling?
Is there a ceiling to Bitcoin? I mean,
No house.
I don't know. We've been looking into this. We've been doing a lot of research.
It's a lot of research.
A lot of reading.
Yeah.
And
it's a tricky one.
it's hard. The answer is more complicated than just like throwing out a random number.
Exactly. That's the thing about predicting the future, right?
Right.
Especially with something as volatile.
Yeah.
And honestly, as revolutionary as Bitcoin,
Yeah.
I mean, it's less about finding that one right answer.
Right.
And it's more about understanding all of the forces
Well, the different
in play.
The different factors.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that's what this show is all about, right?
Absolutely.
Connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Make sense of it all.
What could happen.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do today.
Yeah.
And we read through all these sources.
Yeah.
And they don't give us a magic number, unfortunately.
Nope.
But they do give us a roadmap.
Yeah.
They give us some signs.
They lay it out.
They lay out, potential factors that could drive that price up
Or down.
or down. They could go the other way.
Exactly.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
What are some of these factors? What jumped out with you from the research?
So one of the first things that really kind of hit me was this idea of adoption.
Okay.
One of the reports actually predicts that by 2030, 40% of global transactions could be in Bitcoin.
Whoa.
40%.
That's a huge leap
That is a huge...
from where we are now.
That's mind-blowing. I mean, if even half of that happens,
Right.
wouldn't that basically mean that Bitcoin is just woven into the fabric of everyday life?
That's the idea.
I mean, paying for groceries, paying bills,
Everything. Yeah.
everything.
The theory is that Bitcoin could become...
Like the main thing. Yeah, a major player, if not the main thing.
Right.
But there are some big questions that come with that,
Okay.
like with scalability.
Right.
Can the Bitcoin network handle that kind of volume?
Oh, that's a good point.
That's one of the technological things that kind of keeps popping up in the research.
Yeah, because it makes sense, right? Like, even if everyone wants to use it, if the tech can't keep up,
Right.
it's just not going to work.
It's like trying to fit an ocean
Yeah.
into a swimming pool, you know?
Exactly. It's not going to work.
It's just not possible.
So that's a really good point, and I think that leads us to something else that you mentioned earlier, which is like, this whole global economics question, right?
Well, we can't forget about that.
The elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room. Some of these sources are saying that Bitcoin might become like a safe haven asset,
Uh-huh.
like gold during times of economic turmoil,
Yeah.
when everything's going crazy.
Right.
Bitcoin will be there, safe and sound. But then some sources are saying that actually, no, Bitcoin could crash even harder
Yeah, I saw that.
than like a meteor
If the market tanks.
if the markets tank. Yeah.
So which is it?
Right. That's the question. And it's a fascinating debate.
Yeah.
And honestly, we don't have enough historical data on Bitcoin.
That's true. It's still pretty new.
It's still a baby, so we don't really know for sure
Right.
how it's going to behave in a full-blown crisis.
Right.
Some experts think that its limited supply
Look.
makes it more stable,
Right.
but other experts say that its volatility is proof that it's just too unpredictable.
It's too much of a gamble.
It's a gamble, yeah.
So it's like a coin toss.
Kinda, yeah. It's like
Heads it skyrockets, tails we're all hiding under our mattresses.
pretty much.
Gosh, this is
It's a little scary.
slightly terrifying. Okay, so we got these two huge factors.
Mhm.
Adoption, global economics.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to consider?
Well, we can't forget about governments.
Ooh, right.
I mean, regulation, or the lack of it, is huge.
Oh yeah, remember back in 2021
Oh, yeah?
when China basically banned crypto?
The market went crazy.
The market went haywire.
It was a bloodbath.
It felt like the whole crypto world was just holding its breath for like a month.
It was wild.
Yeah. So what are the sources saying about how governments might react to Bitcoin in the future?
Well, there is a real split.
Okay.
Some experts think that clear, supportive regulations would be amazing for Bitcoin,
Okay.
that it could make it more accessible, more attractive to everyday people.
Yeah, makes sense.
But then others are worried that governments might try to, control it
Right.
or even suppress it because it's a challenge to their traditional financial systems.
Because it's a threat.
Yeah, it's a threat.
So once again, we're back to uncertainty.
Yeah.
It's almost like Bitcoin is this giant experiment.
It is a giant
And
experiment.
we're all just like watching to see what happens next.
We're all just along for the ride.
Buckle up.
Exactly. Hold on tight.
So For you, the listener out there,
Yeah, think about it.
what would you do? If you were placing a bet on Bitcoin's future, what would you be looking at?
What factors would be most important to you?
Adoption, global economics, government regulations, what is it?
What would make you decide to invest or not?
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
The point of this deep dive.
the point of this whole thing is not to give you all the answers.
No.
It's to give you the information.
Yeah.
Help you be more knowledgeable.
Give you the tools
Give you the tools.
to make your own informed decisions.
So you can go out there and make your own informed choices
Exactly.
and navigate this crazy world of Bitcoin.
The wild world of crypto.
The wild world of crypto, that's right.
That's a wild ride.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time.